a savant. You really do learn something every day, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'm a real genius. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bump and Run. I'm Pete Colasano here with my friend, Scotty Bracy. What's going on, dude?
Hello, sir.
Doing okay?
I'm doing great. Happy Easter Thursday.
Yes.
As we get into a holiday weekend here.
Is it known as Holy Thursday to the Catholics? I'm Catholic. I should know this.
Sure.
I think it's... Sure.
I was
why not? Let's call it Holy Thursday, and if it's not, it is now.
Can it be Bad Thursday since tomorrow's Good Friday?
Well, I'm wearing my ripped jeans for today, so they're holy, so it must be holy. But get that? They're holy. They got holes. So, we had the second week of March Madness. Interestingly enough, with all the upsets and all the everything that happens, when we get down to our Final Four, we have 2 1s, a 2, and of course an 11, which is bananas. But we end up having 75% chalk down at the final. But what happens along the way is what the madness is. And somehow, some way, and I'm hoping you can explain it to me because I got nothing. How the hell is UCLA in the Final Four?
Well, I was going to say it would have been really fun if it was 3 1s and a 2.
Yeah.
But since my Michigan Wolverines...
How do they dominate everybody and then just lose handily to I don't know if it was handily, but they lost to UCLA. Like, how does that happen? What is UCLA doing?
You know, momentum's a hell of a thing.
I think you're right.
Momentum's a good thing. Mick Cronin's a very good coach. I think he's a maniac, but I think he's a very good coach.
Yeah.
I think that they got rolling and they got healthy in some parts at the right time. 2 guys on their team, Jaime Jaquez and Johnny Jujang, are phenomenal players. I think they could play anywhere.
Jujang is having a hell of a tournament. What an interesting name, but he's having just as interesting a tournament, to be honest.
And Michigan is a good defensive team, and they couldn't stop him.
It's incredible. Oh, God bless you. Yeah, I'd be allergic too. If UCLA beat my team, I'd have allergies too.
Yeah. Yeah, I need all the blessings I can get.
Let me ask you something. If Michigan had their best player, and the game goes exactly as it's going, like, because you know
they win by 10.
You think Michigan wins by 10?
Yeah, that absolutely. They needed him in that game. I mean, there was. I've been saying this for 2 weeks. There was going to come a time in this tournament where you were going to miss him.
You figured that.
If they got by UCLA, they were definitely going to need him against Gonzaga. So, yeah. So to answer your question, UCLA was a hot club. Juwan Howard he's on the right track, and we think very high of him right now.
Yeah, for sure.
He got out coached, and there's a lot to learn going forward. Florida State was the biggest team in the tournament when they played last week, or they played on Sunday night, whatever the hell they played.
Yeah.
And Michigan had like 50 points in the paint. So you think you could down? UCLA was one of the smallest teams in the league, and the first half they didn't go inside at all. So me talking to my buddies at the half, going, "What the hell's Juwan doing? Get the ball inside, go inside out." And then when you start pounding the ball inside, your threes are going to open up, and then you're going to bury this team because their confidence is going to be shot.
Right.
And it never happened. UCLA started the half going up 10, so Michigan never really got rolling, and I think their biggest lead in the game was 2. And then they went like the last 6-7 minutes with 1 field goal, and you're not going to beat anybody doing that. So they just didn't play well. Juwan didn't coach well, and as a collective unit, they just didn't play well. I don't know if the pressure ate them up. And UCLA had nothing to lose. That's a big thing in sports, man, when you have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Well, I think you make an interesting.
Hang and they went out and got it.
I think you make an interesting point. You kind of alluded to it, like if they go inside early and get out to a lead early, if Michigan would have done that, you put it right into the mind of the lower seed. They probably wouldn't even be able to help start to think maybe this is the end of our Cinderella run. You know what I mean? This is not. These guys are not dumb. They know they lost the last 4 games of the regular season, 4 games in a row. Like they did. It's not like they entered their conference tournament like on a roll. They were not that good. This was just not that good a basketball team. Not that they're not talented, but they're not that good. They're not. I think they actually have one of the worst field goal percentages in a tournament, which is also weird that they're not necessarily shooting well, but yet they're winning. So I don't know if it means they're hitting the boards really hard on the offensive end or what, but I do think I agree with you. Like if Michigan gets out to like an 8-10 point lead early, I mean you put that doubt into an inferior team's head that maybe our run is done. And I think that probably could have happened. Plus, you get the confidence, and you're feeling good, and you're rolling. So
sure.
I mean, sports are so momentum, and basketball may be one of the most momentum-driven sports. Boy, it was just, they did not get off to a good start.
And to add to your point about being one of the worst field goal percentage teams in the tournament, they only scored 51 points. If you would have told me 8 o'clock the other night that Michigan was holding 51 points, I would have said, good night, Irene, 20-point win.